Hey, chat.
Welcome back to another episode of the Hectic Podcast. I'm Kiana.
I'm Aiden.
Today we're going to be talking about relationships, finally. We've been saying it for the past 2 episodes, and then the bonus episode, but we're actually here this time.
Yeah.
Little disclaimers first. Everyone's relationship is different, so if we give any advice, or we talk about our relationships and past relationships, does not mean that's how your relationship's going to go, or what to look for in a relationship. I mean, we can give some advice there, but, like, everyone's different at the end of the day. So, like, what could be bad to us could be...
amazing.
Yeah,
maybe
for you.
Your red flags aren't red.
Yeah, maybe your red flags aren't...
Maybe they're green.
Yeah, maybe our red flags are your green flags. Who knows? But we're also gay.
Yeah.
Well, she's...
I love women. I love women.
But, so don't judge us for any advice we give, because in reality, it's the advice that we think is fit, but obviously you could think something else.
Yeah.
And this is a more serious topic than drag.
He said, what are you talking about serious?
Than we've talked about in the past. But we will still be cracking jokes and laughing, so...
That's how I cope.
Yeah. Also, it is not rude if we laugh at each other when we're telling one of our
No.
stories and stuff. These are stories we've both already heard, and I lived through her breakup.
Yeah.
So...
The throwing of everything and all.
We have our little co-host, and obviously you already saw the other one who rudely put himself in front of the camera. But...
Uh-oh. He's full.
So before we have a couple stories, but before we get into those, we have a few, like, I guess, conversation starters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Icebreaker?
Icebreakers? Sure.
Breaking what ice?
And y'all can comment, like, if y'all have answers to these questions, or maybe you have a story, that goes to this topic. You can comment the story. Or if you need someone to talk to, our socials are literally in the bio.
Yeah.
We're pretty decent at responding sometimes. Might take us a day, but it's fine. Repeat. So, first thing is, we're gonna just jump right into it. Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah. But, like, okay, this is complicated. But obviously there was one time in middle school, this is a crazy story. So this dude, I don't even think you know this story.
I remember you talking about being cheated on. But...
Yeah, I was dating this guy, and we had dated, and then we, like, broke up. He's also a guy who, like, tried to make me do things. But we had broke up, but then we were back together, and he said, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even, like, mean to. Like, this girl was about to leave, and they were at church, and it was, like, a youth group night, and, oh my gosh. He was like, yeah, this girl was just, like, she was about to move and everything, and then she, like, came over to me and said, like, she, like, liked me, and then she kissed me, and I said, did you pull away? And he said, no. And I said, oh, okay.
So he was trying to blame the girl, but he didn't do anything to stop it. So in reality, he can't put the blame on the girl. Because maybe she didn't know he was in a relationship, 1, and 2, he had every right to pull away.
Yeah, and then I guess we can talk about the other one, but, like, later, I guess. But, like, I don't think it is necessarily...
The most recent thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a really complicated one. You?
It was never confirmed.
Oh, gosh. I hate that.
I dated this guy.
Yeah.
And he, like, we broke up. I broke up with him. Never text. I was a mean person. I fully admit that it was
I despise you.
douchebag move.
Yeah.
But it was, like, we never hung out. Okay, it was weird. It was, like, we never really saw each other outside of school. It was one of those relationships. It was weird as hell. But, and, like, we'd hung out, like, once or twice with, like, all of our friends and stuff. But, like, summer had just started. And I was just like, And so we broke up. And it was later found out that he had been, like, talking to this other girl. But I don't know if he ever, like, what the, like, full story was, because we weren't friends anymore.
I still classify emotional cheating as.
Yeah. So, it was never fully confirmed, but, like, yeah. Obviously, I would hope the answer is no, but have you ever cheated?
No. But, like, that's also a complicated thing that we can get into later.
Oh,
Because, like, that
yeah.
was her point. I was
Okay.
Like, okay, anyways.
I have not.
Thank God. I don't
So-
understand how people can cheat.
No, cheating is such a weird thing to me because, like, I feel bad if someone flirts with me and I don't even do anything in return. Like, I genuinely, like, someone could come up to me, flirt with me, and I could be like, sorry, I'm even sorry. I can be like, I'm taken.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh my God, did I
Do
do
not
something?
apologize if you're taken. Jeez. But, like, I can be like, I'm taken. Leave me alone. And then, like, I'll still feel bad. And I'll
Yeah, it's like,
instantly
did
tell.
I do something to, like, get
Yeah.
you to, like,
Did I
me?
do something to make you think that I was single? Did I do something to make you think it was okay to flirt with me?
Mhm.
And then, like, I'll instantly tell Ladybug, and I'm like, this person has flirted with me, and I feel kind of awkward.
Good job for saying Ladybug.
Bro,
catching
you could
yourself.
not hear my, like, brain. It was, like, screaming at me. Okay. Comfort levels in relationships.
Oh.
I know this was, like, something you had really struggled with.
Yeah. See, like, because of my growing up,
Mhm.
I didn't have a good example of, like, a mom and a dad, like, relationship, because
Mhm.
parents are divorced, raised by a single mom, obviously. So, I didn't really get the good example, so then whenever, like, I was in my 3-year, almost 4-year relationship, and I just,
With
like,
pineapple.
with pineapple. Oh my gosh. So then I definitely got way too comfortable, and like that was my fault. By way too comfortable, I mean like I stopped caring as much, as in like asking how their day was, all that kind of stuff. Which yeah, that is so my bad. I definitely dropped the ball on that. But it's also like that's just a thing in communication. But yeah, I got way too comfortable. And I think it's legitimately because of like the upbringing and not getting a good example. So then I was like, I don't know.
I think with me, so like it's not that I'm not comfortable in my relationship, I fully am. But it's also like I grew up completely different. I grew up with my parents are still together. Their 20-year anniversary was in August. Yeah, 20. So like my entire life they've been married because I'm 18, so they were married even before. And like yes, they've had some times where I've been like hello, but they genuinely like they still go on dates, like they still try to like do stuff together, and especially like when I was younger. So I think that, like in a way it showed me that like how even if you've been together for the longest time, you still should like go do things.
Yeah.
So like me and Ladybug, like we're going to a concert, not this weekend but next weekend. She's spending Thanksgiving with my family. Yes, we're both comfortable in the relationship, and every now and then we have to like still like remind ourselves that we're still needing to do stuff to prove not like prove that we love each other, but like to show it. But like, and I think with the long distance it's kind of helped, because like we were to spend the first year of our relationship not long distance, and then we went into long distance when I moved for college. And I think it really helped because now when I go home, we spend all the time together. We go on dates. We do cute things. When she comes here, we go on dates. Like we plan things out. So even though like we're both fully comfortable in the relationship, we still remember, oh, maybe we need to go on a date. And like there was a brief time when we did live in the same town where we weren't going on dates, and then I was like, hey, we should go on a date. We haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, I think honestly for me, like the long distance, I don't know, I think my like love languages are more like in-person based. So then I definitely didn't let that show. So then, like, I got too comfortable in just, like, the simple snap back and forth. Which, oh my
Your
my
tag
God.
was sticking out.
Social media is such a ruiner for a relationship. Because, like, now, and, like, nowadays, it's so easy to just, like, send a screen back and forth all
Yeah.
day.
And, like, me and Ladybug, we've gotten pretty good at, like, yes, we still snap each other, but we also text, like, all throughout the day.
Yeah.
So we're not only texting each other, we're snapping each other, and then we're sending each other stuff on, like, TikTok and Instagram. So, like, we're talking on all these platforms. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with what conversation's going on where, but, like, we chat on all of them, and then, like, we still call and stuff. And I think, like, hello, Jack. Long distance is one of those things where, like, it shows how strong y'all are, which is what you told me, genuinely.
Yeah.
And, like, you can learn from it, or you can lose from it. And right now I'm learning. So, and I think another thing that helped with me and Ladybug, y'all didn't hear that. It's fine. She's fine.
Bleep it. Bleep.
It's fine. Low-key, she's fine. Is that, like, when we did live in the same town, we did movie dates at least once a month. And we would go, like, we'd go to the movies, we'd go out to eat. Like, we'd actually, like, make a day out of it.
Yeah.
Or a night, I guess. So, I guess just, like, we've been really good at always setting time aside.
But you know, I couldn't do that.
You
We
just
also-
did it too.
Oh, no, you can't put that in there.
Well, I'll have to go
You
through and,
cannot
like,
put that in there.
no, I'll go through and we're good. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
I'll go through and I'll bleep both names.
Oh gosh. Pineapple and I couldn't do that though, because our parents didn't know.
Yeah.
So then if we had gone,
Well, somehow me and Emily pulled that off without her parents knowing.
we had sleepovers.
Me and Ladybug.
I didn't catch it.
I caught it after it was out of my. No, it's
I need
fine.
to go bleep all of those.
I know.
Or bleep mine.
I'll at least bleep yours. But, no, like, we somehow. Okay, her parents ended up secretly knowing the entire time.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Ladybug didn't tell her parents until we were together for over a year.
That's
but-
sore spot.
Like, they ended up knowing the whole time. That's really funny. But, like, I don't know. We still just did it, and her parents didn't really ask too many questions, which I feel like if they would have, it would have just made it easier for her to tell them. But, you know, they never asked any questions, so here we are.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We have the topics written down. Okay. We kind of already talked about the upbringing thing. The honeymoon phase in relationships.
Okay. You want to talk about that?
I'll put it into like a question, I guess.
Mhm.
How was your honeymoon phase with Pineapple?
Honestly?
Because, like, y'all were both still in high school at the time.
Yeah. I'm trying to even remember it.
Damn.
That was like almost 4 years ago.
That is true.
It was during our like indoor drumline season. We honestly probably just had like some arguments or something after it.
Okay, yeah. So do you think, like, was your honeymoon phase better? So, okay. Like, a lot of people say, like, when their honeymoon phase, it's, like, better than once the honeymoon phase is over. Like, once the honeymoon phase is over, like, all these expectations that was set during the honeymoon phase kind of just get dropped and all of that. So, like, when you look at your relationship,
Honestly?
was the honeymoon phase the best part of it?
No.
Or was, like, did y'all get better after the honeymoon phase?
I think we got better. And like the way that our relationship was is that like we kind of weren't really ever friends.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like the weirdest thing. That's honestly why I think it's so weird to like try, if I were to try and be friends with her now.
Yeah.
It's like we weren't ever friends. We were best friends in the relationship.
Yeah.
But
So y'all were at y'all's best after the honeymoon phase.
yeah. It's just really
So me and Ladybug,
mm-hmm.
we were friends
Yeah.
for 2 years before we got together.
No.
So she was already my best friend.
Uh-huh.
And like, now that we like looked back at it, there was a lot of moments between us where it was definitely more than friend type shit we did. But at the time we didn't think anything of it. But like, our honeymoon phase was awkward, I would say. Because we were transitioning from being friends to like dating. So like, it was kind of like a weird phase. So we were definitely at our best like afterwards. Like after it was more like our honeymoon phase was more of an awkward phase, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But like everyone's different. Genuinely. Are you trying to wake the beast? See? Look what you did. Anyways. Before we get into our stories.
I didn't do that. Did
Just
we also?
did it too.
Oh No, you can't put that in there.
Well, I'll have to go
You
through
cannot
and
put that in there.
No, I'll go through and we're good. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
I'll go through and I'll bleep both names.
Oh gosh. Pineapple and I couldn't do that though, because our parents didn't know.
Yeah.
So then if we had gone,
Well, somehow me and Emily pulled that off without her parents knowing.
we had sleepovers.
Me and Ladybug.
I didn't catch it.
I got it after it was out of my. No, it's
I need
fine.
to go bleep all of those.
I know.
Or bleep mine.
I'll at least bleep yours. But, no, like, we somehow. Okay, her parents ended up secretly knowing the entire time.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Ladybug didn't tell her parents until we were together for over a year.
That's
but-
a sore spot.
Like, they ended up knowing the whole time. That's really funny. But, like, I don't know. We still just did it, and her parents didn't really ask too many questions, which I feel like if they would have, it would have just made it easier for her to tell them. But, you know, they never asked any questions, so here we are.
No.
Okay, hold on. We have the topics written down. Okay. We kind of already talked about the upbringing thing. The honeymoon phase in relationships.
Okay. You want to talk about
How was, I'll put it into like a question, I guess. How was your honeymoon phase with Pineapple?
that? Honestly?
Because like y'all were both still in high school at the time.
Yeah. I'm trying to even remember it.
Damn.
That was like almost 4 years ago.
That is true.
It was during our like indoor drumline season. We honestly probably just had like some arguments or something after it.
Okay, yeah. So do you think like, was your honeymoon phase better? So, okay. Like, a lot of people say, like, when their honeymoon phase, it's, like, better than once the honeymoon phase is over. Like, once the honeymoon phase is over, like, all these expectations that was set during the honeymoon phase kind of just get dropped and all of that. So, like, when you look at your relationship,
Honestly?
was the honeymoon phase the best part of it?
No.
Or was, like, did y'all get better after the honeymoon phase?
I think we got better. And like the way that our relationship was is that like we kind of weren't really ever friends. Which is like the weirdest thing. That's honestly why I think it's so weird to like try, if I were to try and be friends with her now.
Yeah.
It's like we weren't ever friends. We were best friends in the relationship.
Yeah.
But
So y'all were at y'all's best after the honeymoon phase.
yeah. It's just really
So me and Ladybug, we were friends
yeah.
for 2 years before we got together.
Yeah.
So she was already my best friend. And like, now that we like looked back at it, there was a lot of moments between us where it was definitely more than friend type shit we did. But at the time we didn't think anything of it. But like, our honeymoon phase was awkward, I would say. Because we were transitioning from being friends to like dating. So like, it was kind of like a weird phase. So we were definitely at our best like afterwards. like after it was more like our honeymoon phase was more of an awkward phase, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But like everyone's different,
Mm-hmm.
genuinely. Are you trying to wake the beast? See, look what you did. Anyways, before we get into our stories, being the bad guy in a relationship. This is like fully you, honestly.
That makes it sound so bad.
No, but like,
do I say the bad guy stuff now or like in my story?
this in the communication, we'll give a little brief and then we'll go into your story. So we'll just go into your story first.
In like a breakup, yes, there can be a good and a bad guy, but there can also be a bad guy and a bad guy. So.
And there could be a good guy and a good guy.
Yeah, you can both end on really good terms.
Like me and my ex. Glasses, sure. Like we dated for 11 months. And we broke up and we ended on good terms. It was a guy, by the way. Anyways, he was in fact one of the reasons I realized I was not straight.
Oh?
Yeah. That's for another day. We'll have like a coming out episode and talk about our coming out.
Oh god, I was so
Okay, well but
No.
Okay. So like, but like we ended on good terms. It was like a mutual agreement. That was what was best for us, and we're still sort of friends now. He's kind of homophobic, so we kind of like.
Oh.
But like, we're sort of good friends. Sometimes depends on the day, but like I'm still friends with his family. Mostly because my sort of best friend is literally his twin sister. Yeah, I dated my best friend's twin brother. But yeah, there's a bowl in the sink.
Oh, what is she doing?
But yeah. So like, it is possible to end on good guy terms.
I think we almost did. But then I think in this situation, I don't think we ever could have.
I don't think, with what happened, I'm not going to say anything because we're about to get into the story. But with what happened, I genuinely don't think there was a way to end on good guy.
No.
Just because of what the breakup, like the reason the breakup was.
Yeah, and just like how much history there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And then like, sorry guys. Communication is one of those things. It's key in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like genuinely. And I know that's like something everybody says, but it's very true. Like if you do not communicate your feelings, what's going on, and everything, like I do not mean to put you on blast, but like genuinely, I am so sorry.
No.
Also, I had those same earrings.
Oh. From mom.
Yeah, no, but I've had both of them.
I got almost done.
But like, genuinely, you kind of just like, y'all have to talk to each other, especially if something's going on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, those issues are gonna build up. And I know me and Ladybug have had issues like that all the time, where like, we've had multiple arguments over stuff that shouldn't have been an argument if we were to have just talked about it when it was first becoming an issue, but we didn't.
Yeah.
And we've gotten better at it. But
I honestly suck at communication. I'm a like journaler sometimes. So then I figured it was gonna happen. But I'm a journaler, so then like I'll just write things in my journal and then I don't feel the need to like tell people my feelings. And that was like one of my downfalls. Because I wouldn't tell Pineapple my feelings and stuff. I just like write them. And then like if I was feeling anxious or stressed about the day, I just write it in my journal. And I wouldn't feel like I need to tell her everything. But LOL.
I had to get better at opening up. Because when me and Ladybug first started dating, I was not good at opening up. I would always just kind of like shut down before I told anyone what was wrong. And that was kind of just throwback to how I was raised type thing. Is like I was raised that like we don't always tell our feelings, so
Yeah.
I would shut down, and Ladybug was like, you gotta tell me what's going on. And every now and then I still struggle with it, but
See, with that, I think it's so weird. Like, whenever Pineapple and I got in a relationship, I was so open about everything. I was like, emotions are important, like all of this kind of stuff, and she was so not. And then, like, as the relationship, we just switched. And I don't even know, like, why that happens, like, at all. I think I just got busy with everything else, and then I didn't prioritize, I guess.
You got too comfortable.
Yeah, I got too comfortable. I didn't prioritize, like, my own, like, emotions either. Like, I just pushed everything. It was like, I have school, I have work, I have, like, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, this goes into the first story. We have 3. 2 are from me. Well, I guess you kind of have 2 as well. You talk about HTO and dork and whatever's going on there. But that can be the end. But, she's gonna go first.
Oh, I'm going first.
Well, you kind of, like...
How do I even, like, start? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How do I even start? I don't even know, like, what to hit. Do I just talk about the breakup? Or do I talk about the relationship?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk about, like, me and Ladybug a little bit. There's not, like, really a story to it, because we're still currently together. She is, in fact, one of my longest relationships. We've been together 1 year and 7 months so far. My shortest relationship was 2 months, so we're thriving. Yeah, no, Aiden, we talked about this in the car. Your longest one was almost 4 years. Your shortest one,
Monday.
track. They don't want to see your butt. But yeah. Anyways, so we met each other through our dance team that we were both on. We were both on our varsity drill team for our high school. I'm a year above her, but we're the same age. I feel like I need to make that clear. We are 2 weeks apart in age. We are both 18, and our birthdays are exactly 2 weeks apart.
Mm-hmm.
So, slay. But her parents just kind of, like, put her in school. They had her, like, repeat a grade, so she'd be the oldest in her class instead of I don't know. But, we met through our dance team. It was my sophomore year, her freshman year. And, like I said, we kind of just started off as friends. She was actually scared of me when she first met me.
That's funny.
Which tends to be a thing. I get told that people, like, tend to be scared of me the first time they meet me, which is crazy. I promise I'm a nice person. It's fine. But, we kind of, like, we grew really close, which was, like, weird. How fast we grew close, I guess. Because normally, like, when I got close to people, it took a while. I guess not with you, but, yeah. But, like, we met, and then, like, we were hanging out, like, a month later. It was weird. But, I realized I had a crush on her my sophomore year. I also came out my sophomore year. That'll be more in the coming out episode that'll be filmed who knows when.
Mm-hmm.
But I came out my sophomore year in December. And I had realized I liked Emily, but Emily had a crush. It's fine. You know what? I'm going to say her name. She'll be okay. But, there's like a gazillion Emilys, so.
You just gotta bleep that one for me.
Yeah, I'll bleep the one for you, but, it's like a reveal. Surprise. My girlfriend's name is Emily. That's all you're getting. But, she had a crush on another girl, which I'm gonna give the girl a nickname because genuinely, we don't like her. I need a name.
I need a personality trait.
Bitchy? Litter.
Litter.
I looked at the cat.
Twerp.
I need you to know what I was gonna say. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not saying that one out loud. So, like, and she had, like, a major crush on Litter, and I kind of just, like, talk to her about it. She would, like, express her feelings about her to me. And I was just like, yeah, you know. So, me being the person I am, I tried distracting myself by liking other people. So, at first I came out as bi. And then I had a crush on this guy who I happened to work with. He will be called Curly. I don't know why. He has curly hair. We'll work with it. He was in fact shorter than me. Normally don't go for guys shorter than me. Don't know why I did. We're still really good friends. Love him. He's like a brother to me. But I liked him for a while. And then my sophomore year ends, and like me and Emily, we're still really close. We still hang out all the time. We're vibing, right? Well, junior year starts, and at this point, I realize I don't like him, but I like my other friend. What is it with me and friends? Goth. Genuinely. They're goth. And so I thought I liked them. And I didn't. I still liked Emily, but she was in fact in an active relationship with Litter. So it was one of those things where I was kind of just like, I'm here. I had a third wheel him a lot because Emily's parents were kind of like, you can go hang out, but Kiana's there. That's why you can go. And so I'd just be like, yeah, no, of course Litter can come. Totally. I'd love to have her there. We went through my junior year, her sophomore year, and like, all of a sudden, I wake up to a text one day. I'm leaving out like random details that aren't really important. And it's Emily texted me that Litter broke up with her over text. And like fully blamed Emily for the breakup, like, even though it wasn't full, it was one of those situations where it was bad guy, but like, it was a weird situation. And I'm so supportive. I was there for her every step of the way of her breakup, secretly cheering on the inside that they broke up. That's fine. But I was still scared because I didn't know how to tell my best friend that I had a crush on her. So I was like, finally came out to my mom. It was like a while later that I had come out to my mom. Not like I was worried about her being unsupportive. I didn't know how to tell her, honestly. And then April rolls around, and me and Emily did a duo together to I Don't Dance. And we got first place, which was really cool. And we were just hanging out a lot more. We went to prom together. But like, okay, it was really weird because here was the scenario. I went with Goth. Like, Goth was my actual date to prom. But I signed the paper because Emily was still a sophomore, so she couldn't technically go to prom. So I signed the paper that she was my date. So I went to prom with 2 dates.
You little hoe.
I went with Emily and I went with Goth. And there's like pictures because we took pictures together. And I got like both of them corsage. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I went with
a little player.
I went with both of them. Because, okay, when I asked Goth to prom, Emily and Litter were still together. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, there's that. Anyways, April rolls around, and we're like, we're just like hanging out. And then there's one day, we're hanging out, and it was the day we got together, April 14th, 2023. And we were joking around. Well, she was joking, or at least, actually, she wasn't joking. It was later revealed neither of us were joking. We were just acting like we were joking because we didn't think the other one actually liked the other one. And, we were joking about getting into a relationship. And then the jokes started getting a little, like, heated. Like, not like that. But, like, in the way of, like, they were no longer, like, you could tell they were no longer jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped her off at her car because we were hanging out, and then I went home. And I was like, I got home, and I'm the type of person who likes to, like, distract myself.
Yeah.
So, I start doing the dishes. I hate doing the dishes with a passion, which I know sounds crazy because I'm the one who tends to get our dishes in the dishwasher, but I hate doing the dishes. And I start doing the dishes, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I want to ask her out. Like, I wanted to risk it. I knew it was going to be a risk, but I was like, okay, I'm going to take it. Why not, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm not proud about how I asked her out, but I texted her. Because I also didn't, she was like in the shower when I sent the text. So I knew I couldn't call her because she had texted me that she was going to shower. So I was like, I can't call her. I'm not about to drive back into town because I didn't live.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I was about to drive back into town, knock on her door with a bouquet of flowers because I knew her parents. Like, she didn't want her parents to know she had gotten into a relationship at the time. So I was just like, also, it's not that her parents are homophobic either. It was just she was genuinely scared to tell them. And so I was like, I texted her. And I was like, hey, so I definitely was not joking. Would you go out with me? I sent it, I turned my phone over, and I pushed it away, and I finished the dishes. I went to my room, and, like, at this point, it shows she had snapped me back, right? And I sat in my room, and I was just like... So I get back up, go back to the kitchen to get a snack. I'm a snacker, you know this. And I open it, and she was like, yeah. And I was like, relief was lifted off my chest, and I was like, and so, yeah, and then it came to, like, telling our friends that we were dating, and some of them were like, it's about time, and some of them did not believe us. Like, there was some people, like, it took a few weeks before they actually believed us, but, and then we almost broke up 2 months into our relationship, because of literal communication issues. But we got it figured out. And now we're still together. A little over 1.5 years, going strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And now she might go to college here next year, and we'll be living together. Yeah, someone's leaving me. It's fine. But yeah.
Oh, do you want me to go now?
Well, I'm not about to tell 2 stories in a row, so...
What do I even, like... How am I supposed to be thinking about?
Aiden!
Do I start with, like... I was listening!
Okay,
I'm a good...
okay.
Okay. Do I just, like, start with the beginning? And then just, like, say the whole story?
Of, like, how y'all got together?
Yeah.
I say because, like... Not that I'm saying, like, the most important part of this conversation is the breakup, but emphasis more on that than when you're
Yeah, but I
together.
think we need, like, the
Give,
good
like, background
parts.
information.
We need the good parts before it just makes it look like...
Okay, start off at your freshman year of high school,
Yeah.
and then give, like, when y'all got together.
Just updates and about, like, long distance and... Okay, yeah, I got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Is it, like...
Y'all are in for a whirlwind.
Yeah, so my freshman year, what even year was that?
2020. 2020.
But we got together in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we got together February 2021.
Remember, pineapple.
Pineapple. But
I'm not about to have to go through this. You're gonna hear bleep. No.
But we got together February 2021. I asked her.
February 22nd, right?
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't know, I asked her after an indoor drumline rehearsal, because my friend, do I need Snare? My friend Snare, he would
Bro, if the names change for these people, no, it's because we don't remember all these.
But my friend Snare, he had been talking it up with me. He's like, come on, you just gotta ask her, like, all that kind of stuff. And it's because
You're gonna have to tell me after this episode who Snare is. Okay.
But, yeah, so he's like, come on, you got this. So then I asked her, I was like, would you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, yes. Later on, it's found out that she said that she was going to say no because she didn't want to get into another relationship. Because her relationship before me had, like, messed her up. Because that's the one, like, her family, like, knew about. But, like, that's not my story to tell.
We don't. Any stories we tell that aren't about us, no, we got permission to tell.
Yeah.
It was not something we were just like, by the way. No, we
No.
got. Like, I have a story after hers,
Mhm.
and I fully have permission to tell this story.
Yeah, so we got together. The week was good. All throughout indoor season, everything was fine. And then, like, obviously through her senior year, we were fine. Then she left for college.
They're 2 years apart.
Yeah. She left for college. And she goes to she went to a college that was, like, basically 3 hours away from where we lived.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the middle point.
Yeah,
Here and
between
there.
here and there, yeah. So it was like 3 hours away, and it was kind of hard trying to figure out like how to do the relationship, all that kind of stuff. But we were fine, like we were strong with it. And then go to my senior year. I had like, yeah, I had problems of like identity crisis, I guess I could say, where I had
Here's where the emotional cheating thing comes in.
But I don't think mine really was.
I think the difference between y'all's is, yeah, she imagines doing stuff with
Oh, crap.
drum.
No, we cannot say drum. Crap. Glitter.
With glitter. Did we say Hamilton in the car?
Oh, do we want Hamilton or glitter?
I like glitter better.
Glitter. Okay, yeah.
I was like, what was I saying? Anyways, she imagined doing stuff with glitter.
Yeah, and I feel like they talked about it. But then we're skipping.
And she talked to glitter about liking each other
Yeah.
and how there could be a relationship
while still in the relationship.
with you. You just liked him. You just liked him. Dork. But never.
Oh wait, but I can't say that.
Oh.
Crap. I mean, yeah, it's fine.
And like. But you never talked to him about liking him. You never
No.
acted on anything.
She kind of did. She like told. Okay, so when I told her I was like having those feelings, she was like, "Oh, you're confused, like all that kind of stuff," and I was just like, "Oh," which honestly, in the moment, I 100% was, and I was going through like internalized homophobia because like I am a Christian, so like that's just always a battle. Oh my gosh.
Real.
But what was my point? I get distracted by their coughing.
Internalized homophobia, emotional cheating.
Yeah, so I don't know.
She kind of told him.
Oh yeah, she DM'd him, and he told me, he was like, "Why is Pineapple DMing me?" And I was like, "I have no clue." And I was freaking out, texting her, like, "Please, literally don't do this. Like, whatever you're doing," because like he was one of my friends.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to lose him as a friend, but like she was like, "Anna's just like going through a lot right now. Like, you just need to let her be, like all that kind of stuff." And I was just like, oh my gosh.
So she kind of was like possessive, but not.
Yeah, but then whenever I tried to like fight at all, which I mean, honestly, I did fight way too late. Way too
Yeah,
late.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think, by the way you just explained that story, she was possessive over y'all's relationship.
No, she was just fighting for something when it seemed like I was out of it.
Yeah, but I feel like you never texted Glitter, like you never went around, and I feel like that kind of could be like a betray of trust in a way, like from my point of view, just because like she never talked to you about it, you had no idea.
I told her that like I was gonna figure it out.
Yeah, but she never talked to you about texting him or anything.
Not until like after, and then I said, "What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?"
Yeah.
And I was not happy with her, obviously.
Okay. Anyways, finish your story. You were at senior year.
Yeah. So that happened my senior year, and then we were kind of rocky. But then I thought we went back to normal. Honestly.
Seemed like y'all went back to normal.
Yeah, I guess.
I met them in March.
And
y'all see.
Which was like well after like this little emotional whatever. I don't think it even really was. Okay, whatever. I digress.
Y'all seemed pretty good. Obviously, I didn't know what y'all's relationship was like beforehand, seeing as it was the first time I met you.
Yeah.
But like, from an outsider perspective, just meeting you and Pineapple, me and Ladybug, like when we got in the car, we were like, they're so cute together. Like, you can tell.
That was like everyone. That's what everyone said.
I was like, you can tell they're happy, like, genuinely, I think.
We were.
And like we were laughing about like how Pineapple kept trying to feed the fish and you kept like smacking her hand.
Oh my gosh.
And like all of that. And we were just like, yeah, no, like they're gonna get married.
LOL.
And that was just us just meeting y'all.
Yeah, and I thought that we were happy in that moment, but that just goes to like show that like sometimes things can be deceiving whenever there's no communication. But I think she said that we weren't good that whole year, like this whole year. And I was like, I don't agree with that.
You literally went up.
I went up twice. And I understand that she probably...
One with, like, no notice.
Yeah.
Like, you told me you were going on, like, Wednesday.
And I dropped everything and just went.
And you left on, what, Friday? Yeah, you left on Friday. And this was in the same month. Like, you went up both times in the same month.
I'm definitely a better person in a relationship in person. Because I feel like I can just express things more. And it's just easier. Plus, I also went up that second time because I needed to see her. I needed her to, like, talk to me because I was about to tell my mom about the relationship. I'll tell you that in a second. Like, I needed to go see her. So, like, we saw each other. It felt fine. Like, everything felt fine. But I guess not. Anyways. Where should I then do, like, telling my mom?
It's kind of important.
Yeah.
That's what happened next, so yeah.
I told my mom, what did we say, like 2 weeks before we broke up?
You told your mom during family weekend, and then...
We broke up on, like, the 17th.
Sounds about right. So it was like
2 weeks.
A little under 2 weeks.
So I told my mom 2 weeks before we broke up, but she came down, and I told her everything, and then Pineapple was there to, like, support me and everything, and then she...
Not here physically.
No. But she was supposed to tell her mom...
That next weekend.
That next weekend, yeah. Or, like, the weekend after. Whenever she went home. And she didn't. So I just...
It was that next weekend. She was going to tell her mom on the phone. And then she didn't.
Well, I told her, I was like, that's probably not a smart idea. Like,
so she was going to tell her mom in person that weekend she went home. So it was a little over 2 weeks. And then... You, you thought I was chickening out.
Well, yeah, I got really petty really fast, because I was like, I put everything on the line to do this, like, all that kind of stuff. But I do understand, like, people have different things. But I was scared for, like, my family. I wasn't scared about, like, her family. Because she's not exactly the most, like...
Family person?
No, like, femme lesbian to known, you know?
Yeah, I've seen dresses.
It's kind of obvious. But, yeah, so I was like...
I thought Aiden was a straight, homophobic person the first time I ever
I
looked at her
am
Instagram.
not.
And so I was terrified when I realized I was gonna be rooming with her, because I was like, oh my god, she's gonna hate me.
No.
Guys, we're best friends.
But yeah, so she was supposed to tell her mom, and she didn't. And I was like, so like, why didn't you tell her? And then she said that it was like something about family, which I understand. Then I was also like, but you do have family stuff a lot sometimes, so like, but that's not stopped you from
Guys,
doing other
watching
things.
this from my perspective was like,
Yeah, and so
wait, I need to look at the calendar. Hold on, I'm pulling up. You keep talking.
Okay, but I went. My like toxic trait is I will go ghost, but not ghost. I'll just send like black screens whenever I'm pissed. That's like where social media is bad.
It was under 2 weeks.
Oh,
Because you told your mom, what, this day?
I think so. And I told her on the Saturday.
Oh yeah, because you told her early. So you told your mom on the 5th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ladybug came this weekend, and this was the weekend that
You're right.
Pineapple was supposed to tell her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And you got broken up with on this day because you went home this weekend.
Oh, you're right. And that was our Tuesday of classes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that just makes it
So it was
funnier.
like
Yeah.
8 days later.
But the thing is that, like, before that, we weren't even, like, bad or anything. And then we get to, like, the breakup. Well, we get to, like, her not telling, and so I was pissed. I didn't really respond to things, like, all that kind of stuff. I think she probably was trying to reach out a little bit, but I was just so, like, pissed in my own mind. Like, I, like, put my line on, like, my life on the line. Like, I put my, like, mother's opinion, which, for those people that don't know me, that is, like, the person that I care so much about his opinion. I was, like, having a mental breakdown trying to, like, yeah.
Y'all don't understand the weeks of back and forth I went through when she was getting ready to tell her parents.
Yeah.
Because, like, and, like, it was genuine back and forth. Like, one day she was like, I'm gonna tell them. And then she's like, I'm gonna wait till Thanksgiving. And she's like, no, I'm gonna tell them. And then she'd be like, I'm waiting till Thanksgiving. And I'd be like,
well, I don't even know. I feel like, honestly, telling my mom could have also put a dent in it. But I don't, because you know how some people are like, they like the secretness of it. But I don't think that's the way she was. Especially since, like, the other details. But I'll tell you that in a second.
you can pause recordings.
Can. Oh. So, anyways, I was going ghost and everything, and then she broke up with me on that Tuesday, and I was just like, oh. And it was, like, so blunt. And she never said that she was, like, breaking up with me. If I asked, I was the one that asked, was like, so do you want to break up? And she just said maybe. And the one that she said maybe, and she smiled in the snap back. Oh, by the way, she's just on Snapchat. But yeah.
Guys, this was an interesting day to live through.
I was literally, like, sobbing in the chair over there, and I was just like,
Promise ring was thrown.
oh, yeah.
Phone kept getting thrown. I kept getting snaps shown to me.
Because, like, what?
When I was in class, rapid texting back and forth on what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely don't think either of us paid attention in class that day. Because you were going through the breakup, but I was sitting there on the sidelines and, like, getting everything told to me what was going on.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely so worried. Like, I was so concerned. Because, like, I haven't really seen you cry.
Oh, I was sobbing.
And you broke into tears, and I was like...
Well, yeah.
And you were in denial.
I know.
She tried to go through the 5 stages of grief in one day. But genuinely, like, when she found out, like, they were breaking up, she threw her phone through the promise ring and then just started repeating the word no while crying. And I was just like...
Well, yeah.
And I was sitting here, like, I was laying on the couch. I always lay on the couch. I don't normally sit on it. That's why I move a lot when we're doing these. But I was just like...
Yeah. It just, it shows, like, I 100% should have, like, cared sooner. But, like, the way that she did things in the breakup was crazy. Like, telling me that you're gonna get with a new girl.
2 days later.
Well, not even 2 days.
More like one. More
One,
like
and then she was in her
a
bed.
few hours, probably.
Well,
No.
yeah, because it was that. I told you.
You
like,
were supposed to FaceTime that night.
and she was with Glitter. And I was just like, oh.
And that's why she didn't call you to talk through everything.
Yeah, but that was like the one thing that I wanted, and I told her, I was like, okay, but if you're gonna do this, like, can you at least like FaceTime or like call me or like something like that? We're not gonna break up over Snapchat.
And
It
she
just seems like
didn't.
it just seems like such
Y'all
a
didn't
waste.
call until like what, a week later? Did you?
I don't even know. The first time.
Yeah, y'all called like a week later.
Yeah.
Because it was before you had gone home. Because then you and me were on FaceTime the second time she called.
Mm-hmm.
And if she watches this will be intel for her. I was on. So we're on FaceTime, and like, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna switch to my laptop so I can like do something on my phone." And I was like, "Okay." So she switches me to her laptop. We're still on FaceTime. And then she goes, Pineapple wants to call and talk about how she was in the relationship or something like that. And I was like, okay. So I think we're going to hang up. And she goes, can you stay on the phone? And I was like, why not? Dinner and a show, I guess. I don't know. That's what it felt like. And so Pineapple FaceTimes her on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm on the laptop. And I'm sitting there. And I'm on mute. So Pineapple has no idea I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking. And like genuinely being there, I was like, some things were said by her. And I was just like,
yeah.
And bro, it was...
Well, it's because she wanted to talk about Glitter. And I was just like, I cannot do that.
Aiden kept setting boundaries about what she didn't want to talk about. And Pineapple kept trying to jump over those boundaries like they were just good old friends.
Yeah, because, like, something needed to be on my terms. Literally, like, the whole breakup, not on my terms. She's so cute. But, yeah, the whole breakup was not on my terms. It was all on hers. And that's where, like, I felt so just, like, out of control. And if you don't know me, like, I'm a control freak. So then her, like, breaking up with me for that girl, and because, like, our relationship was, like, crumbling a little bit, I just, like, felt everything was collapsing. And I was gone with it. So that was just so incredibly uncomfortable. But then, yeah, all that. And then I don't know why. It's like the day after the breakup, I went on my phone and, like, I had still followed her spam. That's when I saw that picture and I was just like, oh. Because she was, like, in her bed with, like, her shirt. And I was just like, oh, let me just unfollow that real quick. And the fact that she also, like, Pineapple wanted to jump to being friends so quickly.
And then went no contact, and then stalked your TikTok, and now we're here.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I don't think we ever really were friends before, like,
well, y'all met at the start of your freshman year.
Yeah, except we didn't really talk.
And then y'all got together.
Indoor season.
Yeah, there was no time for a friendship there.
No, it was just...
What, that's like 5 months in between?
Yeah, and we were getting to know each other while in the relationship. And, like, all that kind of stuff. Which, obviously, you want to get to know each other in the relationship. But, like, we were getting to know, like, all the friend basic stuff. So then, like, after this breakup mess, it's just, like, well, were we ever really friends without any, like, relationship?
Y'all don't know how to go back to a friendship that was never there.
Yeah. Like, we were best friends in a relationship.
So y'all don't know how to be, like...
Yeah.
There's, like, if me and Ladybug were to ever break up, which we hopefully won't.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if we know what it was like to be friends beforehand. I don't know if we'd be able to. But the point is we knew how because we were friends for 2 years beforehand.
And see, like, I think there's too much history in, like, an almost 4-year relationship to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it depends, like, to be friends after a relationship genuinely depends on how long y'all were together.
And see, like, honestly...
and the terms you ended on.
Still part of me, like, I know if she were to, like, need something family related, I would 100% be there for her. But it's also a matter of, like, if she were to, like, ever want to, like, come back, I know the door is not completely shut. And that's just so bad. But I feel like anyone that ends like a 4-year relationship, you can't ever completely shut that door.
Yeah.
Because like you grew with them, like you learned so much with them, but it's also a matter of like not going back to something just because it's like comfortable. You have to like grow, which that's what I'm doing. I'm growing. But I don't even know. Is there any more that I should say about that? Oh, I think we were both bad guy, bad guy. Because I was bad guy for not caring enough and being too comfortable, like all that kind of stuff. But then she was also bad guy for breaking up with me in the way that she did and not showing any emotion. Like any, except for being happy with her new thing. Oh yeah, and she told her mom. I think that's the part that makes me frustrated. Is that she told her mom about, well, she told her about me, and then she told her about the new girl so quick, and I was just like, oh, gosh.
Like what, a few days after they officially? Okay. Is that gonna be all?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a story. It's from my cousin.
Mm.
Who, we're like sisters, so I'm gonna be saying I'm the aunt to her child. Because I am, but not, yeah. We're cousins. But when she got pregnant, she asked me to be the aunt to the baby, so I am the aunt. And we think of each other as sisters. You'll figure it out. The other thing you had was that. So after I tell the story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the reason I'm telling this story, one, I got the permission to, but I was genuinely there for all, like, the relationship, kind of. And this is obviously, like, this is not exactly her, like, story in her words. It's what I saw and stuff, because this was a very toxic relationship between my wonderful, beautiful sister / cousin, technically, who I'm gonna call Blossom. I looked over at the box. I swear I get these names by looking around. I'm so sorry. And he's gonna be called Shrub.
Oh,
wait. And their kid. Blue. He is not. Mouse. He likes Mickey Mouse. He'll be called Mouse. So, they got together in like 2020, maybe 2019. It was like, and so I met him when they came to the house one day, and I was like already a little like iffy, especially because like in the relationship, anytime me and KK wanted to hang out, I already said her name, it's fine, she said it was okay, but Blossom wanted to hang out, it would be like, oh, I have to ask him if it's okay. And so I'd always just be like, that doesn't seem right. You know, like I understand telling people, hey, I'm gonna go do this, but I'm not asking for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I talk to Ladybug, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go do this. I've never once been like, can I go do this? Unless I'm asking if she wants to go with me, and it's a, can we go do this, or do you want to stay here type thing. And so I was already like, what? Well, fast forward. We're just fast forwarding. 2022, technically. Right? Wait, when was Mouse born? I know, like, his birthday. 2020. Yeah, he was born 2022 because he turned 2 this year. So, end of 2021, beginning of 2022, my cousin and aunt picked me up for practice because I couldn't drive yet. I was 15. And my cousin was like, hey, I have something to tell you. Instantly was like, she's either engaged, she's pregnant. But I thought I was engaged because she didn't want to have kids, so I was like, she's engaged. No, she was pregnant. And this is when she asked me to be the aunt, and I was like, yeah, totally. Well, this starts, like, we started hanging out every day, like, we were always with each other, and this is when we started becoming really, like, sisters, if I'm being honest. And I noticed, because I was at her house literally every day before I went to work. And, like, and if I didn't have work, I was still over there. Like, I was always there. And I noticed, like, how Shrub would, like, treat her when he came home from work. And, like, genuinely, like, how, like, toxic the relationship was. And, like, don't get me wrong, yes, they had some good moments. I mean, they created the beautiful child that I call my nephew and love him to pieces. I'm Aunt Kiki. It's amazing. I love that kid. But, man, was the relationship toxic. And, like, there was so many times, like, he cheated on her. Like, twice, I think, while she was pregnant. He was always getting high. Like, genuinely. And, we were, like, there were so many times we would hang out, and she'd go to take me to work, and she'd just burst into tears in the car. And, like, she'd be, like, telling all this, like, saying stuff that he's done. And I, at the time, was like, I'm not in the place to tell her that this is not right. Because I, one, didn't know. And two, sometimes in those scenarios when someone's in a toxic relationship, even if you want to say something, sometimes it's for the better you don't. Because sometimes they might know that it's toxic, but they don't want to leave it because maybe that's all they know. Maybe that's like, maybe they need the relationship. So I was scared of telling her because I thought I was going to lose her in a way. Like, I was scared of me telling her that she was just going to be like, we can't hang out anymore. So I kind of just would let her rant to me, which props to me, and I still let her rant to me about him. It's great. But we went through the whole pregnancy like this. Ate a lot of Subway because that was like the only thing she could eat. I swear. I ate Subway every day. It was great. Had a gender reveal. Had the baby shower. Baby's born. Little mouse. There was one time, like, I was there for so many of those that kid's milestones. I was there when he started walking, crawling. I was there for his first bath. I was there when he started talking. And if I wasn't there, I have videos of when it started. Like, genuinely, I stepped up. But, like, I'd be there, and, like, Shrub would come home, and, like, he would, like, instantly be mad. He didn't want to take any part in this child. Like, he would just go to his room. Like, he did not help out. Like, basically, she was a single mom. But there was a man in the home. He just didn't want to do anything. And, like, when I tell you, me and this man had nothing to talk about. There was many times, like, he would yell at me because, like, I'm a very opinionated person, and he got his feelings hurt like that.
Oh, gosh.
And, like, there was times where, like, we would be bickering, and then it would turn into him to yelling at me, and I'd just be like, pause.
No.
But I never would stand up for myself, which you know me. You know I stand up for myself. But I genuinely was scared to stand up to him. I was like, and, like, I'm taller than him, but he's bigger than me. So it was, like, one of those things where I was like, no. And, like, there was one time, like, KK bursted into tears. Like, there's many times girl was just, like, it was obvious that there was not healthy. Well, fast forward a year and a half, they break up. For the second time. Fun fact, they almost broke up for Mouse's first birthday. Like, literally the day before. Most awkwardest birthday party.
Yeah.
But, bro, what is this? But they break up, and, like, it was bad. Because, like, we had just gone on a girls' trip with Mouse. Girls' trip plus him. And we come back, and literally they broke up that same day. if not the next day. And like, it was bad because like they still lived together for the first few months, but they didn't sleep in the same room for a long time. He was just trying to get her back, and she was just like, no, leave me alone. And he kicked her out, basically. Kind of gave her like it was like, you have until this day to move out, knowing that she didn't have money or anything. So that was crazy. There was one day I was there, and like, because I still was over there all the time, and still this man scares me. Me and her gaming, we're playing the Switch, playing Mario Kart. I'm good at Mario Kart unless I'm going against her, then I absolutely suck. Because she's amazing at it, and there's like no way to beat her.
Yeah.
In the years we've played Mario Kart together, I think I've maybe beat her once, and it was because she was distracted by mouse. And I used it to my advantage in that moment. But we're like gaming, and he storms into the house. And I was like, okay. So I'm still gaming. We're literally mid-round. Mouse is goofing off, doing mouse things. And like, they get into it. Like, they're yelling at each other. He's walking all over the place. And like, throwing things around. In that moment, I genuinely thought I was about to have to call the police. Like, there was like that moment of, within a few seconds, I didn't know if I was about to have to call the cops or if everything was just gonna like, everything ended up just like, but no cops were called. Thank goodness. I do not know their address. And like they were getting into it, and like I sent it away, and I was just like, go, be gone. And like, it was but now where we're at, Mouse fully just lives with Blossom, has supervised visits with Shrub. Shrub still exists, obviously. He's still here. He's still a part of the life because, like, he has a kid with her. Yeah. I'm being honest, like, little, I guess, disclaimer. If you're in a toxic relationship and you know it's toxic, get out. Do not stay. And if it's one of those things where he or she or they, whatever the scenario is. Do not call people it.
Some people like that.
Anyways, no matter the gender or the pronouns, if they're making you feel unsafe and that if you're going to leave this relationship, you are going to be in harm's way, tell somebody. If it's a parent, it's the cops. Tell somebody that you are unsafe in your relationship and that you need to get out.
Or a random person in the grocery store even.
Yeah.
Same as me.
Call 911 and act like you're ordering a pizza. Genuinely, just find a way out for your safety. Especially if you have kids. Because at the end of the day, what's more important is your safety and your children than that person.
Oh gosh.
Sorry. No matter, like, how long you've been together, if you're married, like, you'd rather spend thousands of dollars for a divorce and custody battles than go through life and of like torture and ruin your mental health.
Very true. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the
Yeah, we have one more topic. This will be one of our longer episodes.
Oh gosh, it's long. So the next topic is after a breakup and you try and talk to new people and you feel like you're cheating. Honestly, I tried to like talk to people like not right after. I was like an emotional wreck.
Like a week. It was like when you got back from home.
Yeah.
It was a while later.
Yeah, but I tried to like talk to new people and I was like, okay, well if I'm not in a relationship anymore, like I can explore how I feel about things. I literally felt like gut pains because I felt like I was cheating. Which is just, it made me feel even weirder about like her being able to like be with Glitter that soon.
A new girl.
With Glitter that soon, because I was like, oh, like how did she not feel?
Didn't you ask her and
I
she said
did.
she still hasn't felt sadness over it?
Like she doesn't feel anything towards it, which I mean, more power to her. I didn't get that decency.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just was bad.
I remember like one scenario. I didn't install the dating app. Like we were going to the grocery store, and like when I tell you this was in the span of like 10 minutes. So she installs the dating app before we leave. Opens it, starts filling it out, can't decide on a bio. So she's like, I'll do this later. We're in the car, she writes a bio. Literally, maybe 2 minutes later. And I was like, okay. And then we're walking in the parking lot, about to walk into our HEB. And she's scrolling through some of the girls. And she's like, oh, she's pretty. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. And like scrolling. And all of a sudden she's like, this is cheating. Deletes the app.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, and we hadn't even made it into the store yet. We weren't even inside. And I was like,
I don't know. I feel like you can't just go like normal after that. Because I asked her.
especially with how long y'all were together.
Yeah, I asked Pineapple like if she felt weird like having her in her bed like that soon. And she said no. And I was just like, oh, like what? But I don't know. That's just like a personal thing. Like, I don't know. I just could not.
Obviously, like sometimes maybe you don't feel anything when you go talk to somebody new.
Yeah,
In Aiden's case, she felt like she was cheating.
literally. Although now I'm like getting
And
over
that's
it.
okay.
I'm getting over it now though. I really don't have any feelings towards her. Like, but it's not like I hate her. I could never hate her. I still do have like love and respect for her. It's just, it's obvious like right now we're not meant to be anything but like I see you at a distance, you know? And now future, who the heck knows? Literally nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future. But
No.
yeah, so currently I'm testing the waters.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can talk about the future of the podcast real quick. We have 11 subscribers, or at least last I looked. So 489 more. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Share us with your friends.
For real.
Get us out there. I started a new Twitter account today, so literally I'm trying so hard. Please, guys. We really want this. Our future episode, we're gonna have a bonus episode next week. Yeah, we said next week. So this is the only episode for this
might
week.
have a vlog.
Oh yeah.
Of Austin.
Okay, so you might get a bonus episode this week because we're going out of town.
Oh.
It's fine. It's not like we have enough subscribers to get ambushed.
Ambushed.
11 people. Ah! But no, yeah, we're going out of town. I'm getting a tattoo. We're going to a farmer's market. We're taking pictures.
Yeah, we're going to that photo booth.
We're going to like a photo
But I want to
booth
go like
thing.
do other fun things.
We're gonna have this. We're gonna vlog it. We're gonna try to vlog at least everywhere we go.
Okay, guys.
Obviously with the tattoo shop, we're gonna have to ask the girl if she's okay with us vlogging while she does the tattoo, which will be a great, fun conversation.
So bad.
Is there any other one you would want?
Don't tell me that.
Well, because like the stamp costed $200, but like mine cost $150.
That's still so much money. Like,
But also think of it this way: you put the $50 down, so you have to put $50 down. I'm only spending $100 on Sunday.
like where would I even put it?
Put it like
Here? Ow! Ow!
you can squeeze my hand. I don't know.
No, like
I'll
this.
take my rings off and I'll just be like,
No, because I want a tattoo, so I want it right here. That's so obvious.
Okay, so she may or may not have a tattoo after this
I could
weekend.
get a baby one.
You could get a baby one.
I could get a baby one like right here.
Figure out what you would want before I email her. But I need to know by Wednesday. Okay.
We'll look at my baby tattoos on Pinterest. I'll get Pinterest. She'll hate me. Okay.
Anyways, but our episode next week is gonna be high school experience so far.
I thought what?
No, not high school. It's gonna be next week's episode's gonna be about high school and like our experiences in high school, plus a bonus episode of a Hear Me Out cake.
Meow.
And it's gonna be a little bit of a vlog. You're gonna see us make the cake.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Aiden's a control freak, so in reality, I'm just gonna be standing there handing her things. Maybe give a little dance. I don't know. I goof off. Yeah, I'll be dancing behind her, like genuinely. I'll preheat the oven. That's my job.
Oh, I hate preheating the oven.
I preheat the oven and normally take it out of the oven, if I'm being honest. So that'll be a little vlog. We're also having to pre-film an episode next week, which is gonna be for Thanksgiving.
What's the one we're pre-filming?
Maybe childhood.
Or honestly, we could do college experience so far, because the week that we come back is just finals. Unless we want to talk about finals in the college. Never mind.
Well, I thought we said we were gonna do the college experience so far during finals week, so we can talk, like, it's our conclusion of this semester. Our first one.
Yeah.
So, the episode we pre-filmed is either gonna be about our childhoods or our coming out stories. And we'll also say something we're thankful for. It's going to be Thanksgiving week, so don't have to do it right now. You have like a week to think about it. Obviously, you're struggling.
A week of school being left. That's what I'll say then.
Oh gosh. Like and subscribe, please.
We need money at some point.
What? What? We're not. No, but we're actually doing this for like fun.
It is fun.
Like genuinely, when we started this, we were just like, why not? You should have heard the conversation. Like genuinely, if we were recording the conversation, it was so funny. Hopefully one day we'll be on an actual camera.
We need food.
We're gonna go get food.
Don't they close at 8?
I thought they closed at 8:30.
Okay, never mind. We're good. We're foodies. Don't even act like. Don't act like that. You know.
We were snacking this entire episode, and now we're talking about getting dinner. Of course, we're.
Well, where do you think Drake had to learn it from? Moto. He's. My mom was making jokes. She was like, "You should rename him Moto." And I said.
He doesn't even respond to Drac. Do you think he'd respond to Ziggy?
Oh,
That's his actual. That was his name when we adopted him, and that's the name on his like birth certificate.
I'm not doing Ziggy.
Ziggy. But please like and subscribe.
Please.
I need to lean back. I'm too tall for this. Genuinely, you're just watching us go through college, and then even after college, hopefully if we get that big,
Law school. You're gonna see me go through law school.
you'll see me go through a business career and open a business.
So you probably won't really see me go through law school. You'll probably see I'm stressed out. Okay, bye.
It's gonna be like podcast episodes, and it's just gonna be, sorry guys.
Let me flip through my pages. If you hear that, that's just me reading. Don't worry.
When I'm not talking, I'm reading. Anyways, guys, maybe one day I'll get Ladybug to come on an episode. Maybe one day we'll have guest stars.
Ooh.
Maybe we can get RA.
I was about to. I wonder if Pineapple would ever come. That would be a crazy episode.
One day we can get my cousin.
Yeah. We're just planning.
Yeah. So there's so much more to come from us.
Mm-hmm. We have interesting lives, I promise.
I promise. We really do. Just today in general. We said we were going to do homework. Guess what we haven't done yet? Homework. Because we got home and she was like, let's go to HTO. So we went to HTO. And then we were out and she's like, we need cool fits for when we go out of town.
I didn't find one, but my fit's gonna be fire.
So we went to Marshall's. And then we came home. And then we filmed this. And now we're going to go get food. And then we'll do homework. And probably watch the L Word.
Yeah.
Someone just died in the L Word. Oh, and throw our laundry in. Do you want to do it tomorrow?
Perhaps.
Okay. And then we could go to Dollar Tree Wednesday. Because Wednesday is the day we try to, like, go do something.
Yeah, but we need something fun. Oh, wait, we can start decorating our door on Wednesday.
Yeah, but we have to go to Dollar Tree, too.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah. Anyways, you also get to listen to us plan. Have fun.
Oh, my God.
You learned some names today, unintentionally. One will be bleeped, so...
Oh, please. You need, like, a loud bleep, too. Maybe even, like, a mouth cover.
Thanks for testing my editory skills.
I'm gonna have to edit for my English.
Yeah, I have to
I'm
bleep out
scared.
2 names this thing, so...
Two?
Mouse? I accidentally said his name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need to bleep that.
Yeah. He's literally 2. He does
He
not
can't
need his
consent.
name. Yeah. There was no consent for him to be on here. Yeah, we love you guys. Ow. Oh! Big changes coming to us. She's getting contacts, and even though her
Oh.
hair is in a bun right now,
It's long.
it goes to like,
Like long.
but she's gonna cut it.
That'd be
My hair's gonna be blue-ish,
Mm.
and I'm getting 2 more tattoos in the span of 2 months.
I might get a tattoo. What if I... Oh my gosh, my mom would be so happy if I got a cross.
Okay, well, while she figures that one out, I'll show you on next week's podcast, because I can just like, yeah. Okay. That's where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We love you guys. Please like and subscribe.
Yes, please. Oh, you woke up just for this?
Spread us around.
Rest.
Go follow our socials. That'll be
Let that be the thing. The stress. Okay. So, in moral of the story, we're losing our minds. We didn't go to sleep until late.
Yeah, I went to go shower last night. She's like, I'm gonna go to bed while you're in the shower. And then I come out and she's listening to like drumming. And I was like, and it was like 40 minutes later. So I was like, what the
I
hell?
was watching the OU drummer to see if I could
I
learn it by
figured.
ear.
Okay. We love you guys. Please like and subscribe.
How many times have we said that? Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.